Chapter 2. A Monk's Plea. The stirring cries of battle resonated through the air, melding with the tranquil sounds of nature that seemed unwilling to yield to the chaos encroaching upon Kasuga Shrine. Taro stood firm at the shrine's entrance, his heart racing, the weight of his responsibilities palpable against the backdrop of the rising challenge. The scent of damp earth mixed with the sweet fragrance of cherry blossoms, creating an unnatural dichotomy of peace and impending conflict. "Prepare the wards," he called out, his voice steady despite the tumult within. The monks who had gathered around him, their faces drawn and focused, moved promptly to gather the ceremonial items of the shrine. Taro felt a surge of pride as they worked in unison, embodying the spirit of guardianship that had long defined Kasuga. Emiko appeared beside him, her presence a soothing balm amidst the encroaching storm. She clutched her pouch of herbs tightly, her brow furrowed in determination. "Taro," she said, a hint of urgency lacing her tone, "before we unleash our defenses, we must call upon Kasuga Ryūjin. We need his guidance to ensure our home is protected." Taro hesitated, torn between the instinct to shield their sanctuary and the lingering dread of what invoking the dragon's wrath might bring. The stories from the elders echoed in his mind, warnings of destruction wrought by forces unwilling to heed their pleas. "I know, Emiko," he replied, his voice low, "but the risk is immense. We can't predict what may happen if we summon the dragon now." Her eyes sparkled with a fierce intensity, unfazed by the uncertainty. "The world around us is already changing, Taro. If we do not act, we may lose Nara before we ever have the chance to protect it. We must show strength. Our call to Kasuga Ryūjin could be the very thing that averts this disaster." Before he could respond, a loud crash split the air. The first wave of Kaido's soldiers had breached the boundary. The sound reverberated through Taro's bones, a reminder of the urgency pressing upon him. He turned sharply, his heart racing as fear gripped him. "Let's get ready." He waved to the other monks, who moved quickly to rally behind him. Emiko leaned closer, her voice a mere whisper amidst the din. "Call to the dragon, Taro. Let him know we are ready to accept his power, but we must do so with humility, honor, and love for the land he protects." Taking a deep breath, Taro closed his eyes and visualized Mount Mikasa. The mountain rose majestically in his mind, shrouded in mystical mist, the essence of Kasuga Ryūjin intertwined within its very essence. He felt the pulse of the dragon within the earth, a flow of energy that connected them. Taro opened his heart, letting the sorrow for his people and the sanctuary meld with his plea. "Great Kasuga Ryūjin," he began, his voice rising as he spoke to the very spirit of the mountain, "we stand at the brink of destruction. Our sanctuary is under threat, and we beseech you, grant us your strength. Help us They formed a circle, each holding the symbols representing their unity, a testament to the bond forged through years of devotion and shared experiences. Taro stepped into the center, feeling the weight of their gazes, the silent camaraderie binding them together. As the ancient wards began to glow with a soft light, he could sense the energies of the forest channeling through him. The sacred deer in the grove seemed aware of the moment, their large eyes watching with an understanding deeper than words. General Kaido's soldiers advanced through the underbrush, their determination reflected in their marches as they approached the glimmering boundary of the shrine. Taro could see their intentions. Bloodlust lit their faces. With Kaido at their helm, they believed firmly in their burgeoning empire and the myths they'd so easily dismissed. "Steady," Taro said, focusing on his breath, centering himself within the moment. "Do not underestimate our resolve." Emiko stepped forward, her voice rising against the clash of metal and shouts in the distance. "With the world listening, let's show them the ferocity of our spirits. The deer, the forest, the ancestors, they stand with us." A calamitous roar echoed from the depths of the mountain, a resonation that sent chills down Taro's spine. The ground trembled beneath their feet, pulsating with the spirit of the great dragon. It was here, he thought, realizing the depth of Kasuga Ryūjin's response, a warning, a promise. As the first soldier attempted to breach the sacred boundary, Taro felt the wards ignite with energy, sending forth a shimmering barrier. The soldier skidded to a halt, eyes wide as he looked upon the shimmering veil separating him from the heart of the shrine. "Turn back!" Taro bellowed, his voice amplified by the dragon's power that flowed through him. Leave this place and do not return, or face the wrath of the earth itself." The soldier faltered, fear momentarily overtaking his bravado as he backed away. Yet behind him, more soldiers charged forward, emboldened by a mix of superstition and miscalculation. "Hold your ground!" Kaido's voice rang out, low and commanding. Taro caught glimpses of the general's imposing form, driven by ambition and the ambition of conquest. With a soldier's determination, Kaido pressed forward. "These serpents and their tails are nothing but a superstition. We claim this land in the name of strength." His declaration hung in the air, a gauntlet thrown at the feet of tradition and the whispers of history. Taro's heart raced as Kaido's men surged, desperate to breach the sacred grounds that had weathered centuries of storms. With every ounce of spirit, Taro raised his hands high, embracing the power that flowed through him like a river. "Let the light of the dragon protect this sacred land," he cried. In response, brilliant tendrils of energy burst forth from the wards, racing like tendrils of illumination toward the oncoming soldiers. They recoiled in horror as the Lel, "This is not just a fight for survival, it's a fight for the soul of Nara." He turned to her, her presence a bright spot amidst the turmoil. "If we falter, then everything we've built will crumble," he whispered, facing the shadow of Kaido that loomed ever closer. Drawing strength from Emiko's unwavering spirit and the knowledge of the sacred that coursed through their connection, Taro faced the charging horde, ready to defend their home. "Let us protect this land together. Let the spirit of the dragon rise with us," he shouted, letting the power coursing through him illuminate the path ahead. Thus, as war raged around them, Taro clung to hope and unity, believing fervently that they could protect their beloved Nara from the storm that threatened to consume them all. The dragon's spirit loomed large in their fight, guiding them even as the winds howled, promising justice, hope, and resilience as long as they held true to the path of guardianship. And together they embraced that sacred duty, knowing that every breath they took would be a testament to their undying love for the land, each choice an echoing plea to the spirit that soared above.